इससे तो मतलब मेरे जीवन के सारे इश्यूज रिजॉल्व, ऑल द रिसर्च ऑन यूट्यूब एंड गूगल लाइक व्हाट टू डू जाएंगे, माय स्किन विल बी glowing and all that. Although, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video I will be sharing how I took my skin from this to this. So basically I will be sharing my acne journey, my skin journey. So I have a very sensitive and acne prone skin, and I will be sharing how I fixed that. I had like severe cystic acne and adult acne, and I fixed that. And now like you can see, I don't have any base product on. Only have concealer. So like you can see, my skin is doing a lot better. So I will be sharing all of my tips and tricks and basically my journey, what all I did to fix my skin and how it came from that to this. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. Also, if this is the first time you come onto my channel, then hi, my name is Ayachi. I make some lifestyle and beauty content on YouTube. So if that is something that interests you, please do consider subscribing and liking the video if you like the content. Also hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. With that, let's get started. So I have like really made notes so that I do not miss anything, because it's actually a long journey, to be honest. So let's start with how it all started and when it all started. So basically I had a pretty clear skin. My skin was pretty normal. I did not have sensitivity. My skin wasn't acne prone skin, and even my whole teenage I had a pretty normal skin. So, and it actually, I did not even have one acne mark on my skin. So that was great, like really. And I obviously took that for granted because I had like normal skin. Anything I applied, it never reacted. Like I will have one or two pimples just here and there, and I mean, I literally had no scars and no marks on my face whatsoever. But it did not last long. And literally, like even when I was a teenager, everybody else was struggling with pimples. I did not ever face those issues. But all of a sudden in 2021, I think, yeah, 2021, I don't know, I started getting adult acne, actually cystic acne, like full on wo hormonal acne wala scene. So let me tell you how it all started. So it was, I believe, 2021 itself, and you know that time wo pura exfoliators, AHA, BHA wala pura trend chal raha tha, and everybody was talking about exfoliation, how you should be using salicylic acid for acne, how you should be using glycolic acid, stuff like that. So, and every brand was coming out with those products as well. So just like everybody else, I also got influenced, and I got that Dot and Key exfoliation peel. I'll pop a picture over here. I think it was that purple color. I think back then only Dot and Key and Ordinary, but Ordinary was not available in India. So only Dot and Key was making that exfoliating peel. I remember buying that because I was like, okay, everybody's trying. Let me do that the same. Try the same thing. I remember buying that exfoliating peel from Dot and Key, the purple color one, and I was really excited. I thought, इससे तो मतलब मेरे जीवन के सारे issues resolve हो जाएंगे. My skin will be glowing and all that. Although I already had like pretty nice normal glowing skin, but still, because everybody was doing it, I got excited and influenced, and I thought कि बस अब तो AHA, BHA से ही मेरे जीवन के सारे problems fix हो जाएंगे. So let's get it. And I remember back then I started getting some blackheads, like for some reason, I don't know how, I had like a lot of blackheads in this area of my face back then. And instead of like getting that extracted or extracting it myself, I thought of trying AHA BHAs, because everybody was saying how BHA is very good for your pimples, how AHA is very good for your blackheads and all blackheads and whiteheads. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. So I got that exfoliating peel, and I started using it, I think, on a weekly basis, once a week, and I did not see a lot of difference, because actually I will pop up pictures over here if I can find. Those blackheads were like pretty prominent big blackheads, and I don't think only exfoliation will be able to fix that. I think those need to be extracted. because it was like pretty prominent, and if I would have used that blackhead exfoliation tool, I would have easily been able to extract it after steaming my face. So but I did not try that. I tried the exfoliation route, and it did not really help. So I thought, okay, let's give salicylic acid a try. Actually, before I bought salicylic acid, since I was using that exfoliation peel every week, I think every weekend, I started noticing that I'm getting some acne as well and some more like issues on my skin. So I thought, okay, let's do like, okay. And back then, salicylic acid, BHA 2% salicylic acid was trending like anything. Every influencer was talking about it. Everybody was saying how you should be using it every day. It will heal your skin. It will fix all the pimples and acne marks and everything. It will brighten your skin, like whatnot. So I bought the Dermacore 2% salicylic acid. I still remember buying that. So yeah, that's what I bought, and I started using it every day. Whew, yeah, 2% salicylic acid every day. Can you believe that? That's because every influencer was saying the same thing, like you should be using AHA, BHA every day. You can be using, and even I remember that that salicylic acid packaging said that you can use this every day. So I thought, okay, I have pretty normal skin and I'm kind of breaking out. I have blackheads, so let's use it every day. And I started using that every day, that serum every day. I didn't know any better, and every influencer was, raving about salicylic acid. So I just started using it, and oh my god, that completely ruined my skin barrier. And I started breaking out left, right, and center. And oh my god, like it was, I was so scared, I remember, because my whole life I never had any acne issues. Like एक भी नहीं होता था मुझे. And all of a sudden I had like so much acne, blackheads, and like एक acne जाता नहीं था कि दूसरा acne will pop up, and on both sides of my cheeks. So I was like, I really got like very irritated, scared, and like very concerned, because how is this happening? I am not a teenager. This should not be happening with me. And I really got scared. But still, I was not understanding that it is happening because of that salicylic acid serum that I've been using. It has completely ruined my skin barrier. I wasn't aware of that. And in fact, because it was salicylic acid and everybody was saying ki salicylic acid is good for acne prone skin, I started using that even more. I thought, okay, I did all the research on YouTube and Google, like what to do and all that. And I started using that serum even more. And you can only imagine what would have happened after that, because everybody was saying that you should be using BHA for fixing your acne, and I started doing that. But it got worse. I tried doing all the YouTube research and Google research just like everybody else, but it did not fix anything. I think several months passed and my skin was getting worse and worse. And then I was like, it's not gonna get fixed. And I remember one night I was like really tired of just looking at my skin that way, and I was like, no, I need to go to a dermat. I need to get this fixed. So I remember I was in my hometown that time, and I just visited a dermat, and I showed them my skin. Like I was wearing that COVID mask, because it was 2021. We still were under lockdown and people were wearing the mask. So as soon as I removed the mask, that dermat looked at my skin and he was so shocked, and he was like, oh, like he gave that reaction like, oh my god. Like he just, like his expression said a lot, like how ruined my skin was. His expression showed that. So I think that is when I realized ki, oh, my skin has been ruined. As soon as dermat gave, I mean, he's a dermat, right? He must be seeing that scenario a lot, but still looking at my skin, he was like pretty shocked. So imagine how ruined my skin was. And he gave me some capsules, and he also like gave me some suggestions, asked me a few questions if I have PCOS, PCOD. I don't have any of those hormonal issues. And if he asked if I touch my skin a lot, he asked me to cut my nails and not touch my skin at all. Also, he just gave me the Episoft face wash and a benzoyl peroxide cream and a capsule for that cystic acne. I started having that, and I remember like that capsule did help, that medicine did help, I must say. So yeah, it got fixed. My acne got fixed, I think within 3-4 weeks I was able to see a difference, clear difference. So benzoyl peroxide tube he asked me to use only on active acne, that too a very little bit at night time. He also gave me the episode sunscreen. So yeah, I got all of that. I stopped using everything else, I remember, and I just used the Episoft face wash and the benzoyl peroxide cream at night, like for spot treatment, a simple moisturizer, and the sunscreen, and the capsule that he gave me. And my skin started getting better, like I think in a month it got a lot better. Also, one more mistake I forgot to mention it earlier, how it all, like how my skin got ruined. One more mistake that I was making was using coconut oil for removing my makeup, because I remember that back then there were not a lot of cleansing oils available in India other than the Face Shop one. So I was just using coconut oil for removing my makeup. And as we all know, coconut oil is comedogenic, which means it does clog your pores. I believe that must have contributed to all the acne and blackheads, I'm sure. So yeah, that was another mistake, like over exfoliation, using ton of different products and coconut oil. So yeah, after I had the medication, my skin started healing. I stopped using any actives. I just did not use any actives. I stuck with my gentle skincare routine. I was being very patient as well. Also, that salicylic acid, like I think Dermat suggested me I can use it maybe once a week, so I was using it like here and there, not much. So yeah, my active acne got cleared, and that medication did really help me a lot. And for fixing the marks that I had, I think I was using the Klairs vitamin C serum. Yeah, it really did help. The Klairs vitamin C serum is really good. Just the packaging sucks because it really oxidizes very quickly, but yeah, back then I remember it really did help brighten my skin and remove the acne marks, because I had like severe acne marks and it got removed because of that, which was a great thing. And I remember using retinol like here and there once or twice a week, because that also helps remove the acne marks. So I started using these things. So I started using rice water niacinamide serum by Plum. I remember there was a time I was only using that. I was not using anything else. I was just using that niacinamide serum for like a month straight. And I know niacinamide works a bit slowly, but it's very gentle for your skin. And that is when I remember I fell in love with that serum, and I'm still using it. So yeah, that's a very good serum for barrier repairing and removing your acne marks slowly. So yeah, I used these things for removing my acne marks, and my skin got better, like a lot better. I think the acne got healed and it was very clearer. And I think that continued for a while. I think for 1 or 2 years I did not face that issue again. Yeah, so my skin got healed and it was behaving normally. I had like normal skin back. However, I remember like after I think 1 or 2 years, not 2 years, maybe yeah, 1.5 years, I remember moving to Bangalore. And since once you change your location due to weather and water, your skin gets to react. And since I have like very sensitive skin, my skin started reacting very badly. Like I remember for like first week or two, even washing my face used to give me irritation. Like it used to give me burning sensations, even washing my face and applying a moisturizer. I remember that happening with me. And I remember I just stopped using everything else. I just used a fragrance free face wash and a simple moisturizer, because I understood that it is quite irritating and burning my skin. So I remember I was using a fragrance wala face wash. I stopped using that and just stuck to a fragrance free face wash and a moisturizer, that is all. However, that did like fix the burning sensation on my skin, but I started noticing that I'm getting acne once again. So like it wasn't something crazy, but yeah, over the months I started noticing that I'm getting acne here and there, like a bit more than what I used to get. So again, I contacted a dermat and medication, but this time the medication did not help and the acne continued. Also, all this while I understood that my skin is very sensitive and I need to work on my barrier repair. So I stopped using like any actives. Like I remember I tried L'Oreal glycolic acid serum, the brightening serum. I started using that. I started using snail mucin and I think retinol as well. So I was using quite a few actives, but when my skin started acting up, I again stopped using all of those things. However, I was still using Klairs vitamin C serum. So when my acne got really flared up once again, I was still using the Klairs vitamin C serum, and that is when I realized that it is not very good for sensitive skin to be using L-ascorbic acid vitamin C serum, which is the Klairs one. I think I checked a dermat video or something where I found this information, and that is when I stopped using the vitamin C serum as well, because I did notice that using the vitamin C serum was still like triggering my acne. So I completely stopped everything, like vitamin C, retinol, everything. I stopped all of those things and I just stuck my moisturizer and all. Then again, I went to a dermat here in Bangalore, and I remember that thing, I think it was last year itself when I went to a dermat, and she started my isotretinoin. I remember she gave me some other medication at first, but since it did not help, she started isotretinoin for me, and I think it was isotretinoin 20 mg if I'm not wrong. But however, I would not suggest getting those medications on your own. Anyways, I don't think you can, because you do need a prescription for that, and these medications have, especially isotretinoin, it has like major side effects, especially if you are pregnant or planning on a pregnancy. You are not supposed to be taking these medications. So do not like just go to a physician and ask for these medications. It is not going to do any good. So just visit a dermat, and if they suggest to go on isotretinoin, only then get an isotretinoin. So yeah, I started my isotretinoin journey, and she explained me like the side effects of it, like you will be having a lot of dryness and all. So, and also she gave me, I think, clindamycin and adapalene gel to apply on my active acne, and I think there were two gels. So yeah, these were the two gels she gave me. I think this is Dapson gel. I'm not sure about what ingredient this is, but yeah, this is the one she gave me for applying in the daytime, and this is the clindamycin phosphate and adapalene gel. This is quite common and famous for acne prone skin. A lot of dermats do recommend this. However, again, do not just buy these things over the counter and start applying these, because it's not going to do any good. You do need a dermat. I think this is 15 grams. Yeah, this is the adapalene gel. I think you definitely should refer to a dermat before starting any of these medications. So yeah, along with isotretinoin medication, I started these gels as well. And again, she also suggested me to use salicylic acid like maybe once a week or so. Also, she gave me like a lot of pointers to look for. For example, she asked me not to be wearing any base makeup. As long as you have active acne, do not wear any base makeup. So I stopped wearing any base makeup. I just applied some concealer and lipstick, that is all. Also, she asked me not to go to parlor for any facials. It's not like I ever did. I don't visit parlors and just get threading done in parlors, that's all. So that's what she suggested. She suggested not to go to parlors for any kind of treatment, just go there for threading. So yeah, because you know, parlors can use a very harsh fragrance wale products, so don't do that. So no makeup, no parlor visits, I mean no parlor treatments. And what else? Yeah, she also suggested to reduce milk and dairy product consumption, so I did that as well. Yeah, and like, you know, simple things like don't touch your face too often. Also, one major thing she suggested was to make lifestyle changes. So any which ways, I have been like working out for quite a few years now, so it's not like I wasn't active previously, but yeah, I have been working out for quite a few years now. However, like in between, my diet was not that proper. I was eating outside quite a few times, so maybe that could have triggered it, I'm not sure. But yeah, I stopped eating outside food. I stopped dairy as well, and I also took care of my diet. I started working out again. I any which ways was working out, but yeah, I started doing that more frequently. And yeah, these were like some lifestyle changes that she suggested. Things like use gentle face wash and those things. So I started having my isotretinoin medication along with one more medication she gave me. I think it was Acune something, kiwi extract, some medication it was. So yeah, these two medications, isotretinoin and that Acune one, and these two creams, adapalene and the other one. So these two are the ones that I started using on my active acne. Isotretinoin did take some time for me to show up, I must say. I had to visit the dermat like twice or thrice, because it did take some time for me to see results, because it does take some time. So But yeah, it did fix my acne. I did started seeing a clear difference in my active acne. So once I was done with the medication of isotretinoin, I did not visit the dermat again, because since these medications have a lot of side effects, I did not want to continue on that. And since my acne was already healed, I thought like, okay, I don't need the medication anymore, but I will still continue using these gels, and that's exactly what I did. So that is how my skin got healed and fixed. Like you can see now as well, I do get pimples here and there sometimes. Like you can see, this was an active acne, I think 2-3 weeks back, but it is now fixed. I have some acne marks that is going slowly and gradually, but I don't have any active acne as such. And now also I don't get active acne that frequently. Like I get sometimes here and there, like everybody else. It was like my whole journey. Now I have some important tips to share that I learned along these few years of dealing with acne and multiple dermats. These are like some very important tips that you have to make sure you do if you are dealing with sensitive skin and acne prone skin. So first of all, most important lesson that I learned was not to get influenced by these YouTubers and influencers, and not to start using every new product that gets launched in the market. Like I know it can get exciting. Even I sometimes feel that way. I feel like I'm bored of my current skincare and I want to try this and that packaging looks good and stuff like that. I know I too get tempted, but I then just remind myself of the pain I have to go through to fix my skin. So the most important tip here is, do not just go ahead and buy every ingredient, every product that you see, every new launch. You don't have to try. Believe me, you don't. And especially like, you don't have to keep changing your skincare as well. You don't have to be using one new active ingredient every day. You don't have to do that, seriously. So that is like one most important recommendation. That is what I've learned, and that is what I've started doing. I have completely removed all of the active ingredients. I only use ordinary salicylic acid serum, that too only 2 times a week, and sometimes like once a week maybe I'll use the azelaic acid, the Aziderm cream. I got it from the pharmacy. I use it for my acne marks only, not under the eye, only at the acne marks. I use it as a spot treatment. And rice water niacinamide serum from Plum, that's very nice and very barrier repairing. So that is something I use like quite regularly. And yeah, other recommendation is not to be buying like multiple skincare products. But what I have learned is, instead of buying 10 cheap products, you can just save up the money and buy one good product. Like Korean skincare, for example. Korean skincare has really worked amazingly well for me. I know it is expensive, but that is what I mean. You don't have to keep buying that L'Oreal and this and that products anymore. You just save up and buy that one product that works for you. For example, Cosrx Snail Mucin, it works amazingly well for me. It is really barrier repairing. It does heal my skin. It does moisturize. So I know it is always going to work for me. So instead of buying 10 other things, I just buy that one product, and it lasts me a long time. Also, I have recently shared my updated Korean skincare routine. I will be placing it somewhere here, so you can check that out. It is completely based on healing and repairing your skin. So yeah, that is my third point. Like focus the most on your barrier repair, because once your barrier gets ruined, you are going to get acne and blackheads and whiteheads and whatnot. So yeah, that is one thing you have to make sure. Like in a week, out of 7 days, at least 4 days should be barrier repairing for if you have sensitive skin. And 2-3 days you can do maybe a retinol or a salicylic acid or a glycolic acid if you want to. So yeah, and don't over exfoliate. Don't be using like harsh clay mask or physical exfoliators on a daily basis. Just don't do that. So yeah, barrier repairing, moisturizing, healing products, and gentle products, fragrance free products. That is something you have to make sure you use. These are the few things that have worked for me. Some of the product recommendations I can make is the simple face wash, the green packaging one. I have loved that. I am currently using a simple face wash. I will place a picture over here. So yeah, simple face wash works really nicely. It is fragrance free. Don't just go for those salicylic acid face washes again, because you will be using that every day, right? And for sensitive skin, you should not be using AHA BHAs on a daily basis. Even if it is a face wash, don't use it. Yeah, keep your skincare very simple. simple face wash, toner, maybe a hydrating barrier repairing toner, niacinamide serum maybe on some days, or a peptide serum. I do use peptide and ceramides a lot, just again for barrier repairing. And yeah, don't use salicylic acid, glycolic acid, this azelaic acid, kojic acid. Don't use these on a daily basis. Just don't. You will ruin your skin. Also, one of the moisturizer I really do like is the Bioderma Atoderm moisturizer. I will be placing pictures over here. And the Bioderma micellar water, that is also something really amazing for sensitive skin. I have finished like multiple bottles of those things. And yeah, the Plum Rice Water Niacinamide Serum is really good. The Cosrx Snail Mucin cream and essence, both are really nice. I have started using Beauty of Jason ginseng essence water as well. That's a toner, again very good for sensitive skin. I will be sharing my Korean skincare routine somewhere here, so you can check that out. That is majorly for sensitive and acne prone skin people, and it is majorly focused on barrier repairing, so you should definitely check that out. That has like all the details of my skincare routine and my current recommendations as well. So yeah, I guess that is all I had to share with you. Few major takeaways, if you want, I can just reiterate that. So yeah, do not follow the 10-step skincare routine that has been trending. Don't do that. Don't overcomplicate your skincare. Don't use too much active ingredients. Don't buy everything that you see on the internet. Just don't. Yeah, these were the few things that did help me, so I think it can help you as well. Also, lifestyle changes, that is like one major thing. So yeah, that was my skincare journey. I hope I was able to help you. If in case you're dealing with that cystic acne, hormonal acne, adult acne, I hope I was able to help you in some way. And also be patient. It does take some time, but just be patient. Don't follow those Instagram recipes and remedies. It is not going to do any good, seriously. So don't do that. Be patient. Visit a dermat. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked the recommendations. I hope I was able to help you in some way. I hope you found something informative out of this video. And if you did, then please do consider subscribing and liking the video if you like the content. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.